backwards. He's got Jules Cluzel and Philip Ertl, both for company, tied on 241 points apiece. The final weekend of the 2021 campaign. We've also got the Teams Award in focus this afternoon. Lights out on race one, the first ever World Championship race here at the Mandalika International Circuit. And it's a decent start from Federico Caricasulo, who sweeps straight across Manuel Gonzalez going backwards. De Rosa moving through into third position. It's Egerter, the pole sitter, with the whole shot. Side by side in a battle for fourth position. Chan On-Chu making one of his customary darts towards the front of the field. On-Chu getting around the outside, but Manuel Gonzalez holding firm, and Gonzalez now on the attack. Goes the long way round on Rafael De Rosa. That's a great effort from Gonzalez. Gives himself the inside line. They're also
area in recent days, and even on Tuesday we had a massive downpour here as well, so it can get very wet very quickly in this kind of area. And for these Supersport riders, they're going to be really taking it careful now on their sighting lap.
Yes, already riders beginning to ease up and show caution. What's going to be a nervous start to race one here in Supersport. It's too early for any gambles though, or any bold decisions at this point. I think everyone's got to stick with what they're riding.
Yeah, they're all out there on the X tire on the rear, the super soft compound rear tire. Hannah Sumer, the only rider out there on the slightly harder front tire. He's out there on an SC2 front tire on the number 38 Yamaha. Everyone else out there on the same combinations, front and rear.
Reminder, if you're just joining us, the 2021 FIM Supersport World Championship already settled in favour of Dominic Egerter, the number 77, who lines up here from pole position. 68 points, an unassailable lead ahead of Stephen Odendahl. Odendahl hasn't yet settled.
Yeah, the key overtaking opportunities around this track. Turn 1, turn 10, and then down the inside into turn 15 at the end of the lap. Turn 10, it's all about being able to stay close to the rider in front of you through these next couple of corners. Try and set the move up into one of the heavier braking zones of the track.
Two biggest losers on the opening lap. Nikki Tooley, who's dropped all the way down to 12th position, 6 places lost, and Randy Krumenacker, who did such a great job on Friday here at the Indonesia.
Ya, apakah akan ada overtake lagi? Ya,
struggling here today so far. Struggling on lap 2 is Dominic Egerter, picked off there by Manuel Gonzalez. Chan On-Chu also now back through on Stephen Odendahl. That's for 5th position, and Peter Sebastian also making good progress. So remember, that's important in the context of the Teams Award, because Evan Brothers have the most ground to make up of the 3 contenders.
Yeah, we've seen this a few times this season from the likes of Dominic Egerter on the number 77 Tenkate Yamaha. Builds himself into the race. In conditions like this especially, it's important not to take too many risks this early in the race with those spots of rain out there.
As I was talking about the Teams Award, you've got Tenkate 3rd. Chan On-Chu in 5th position. Philip Ertl, though, his teammate, all the way down in 11th. So at the moment, the Evan Brothers outfit looking pretty decent with 6th and 7th, particularly if they can move forward. But as I say, they've got over 30 points to make up. We're watching Rafael De Rosa in 4th position and Chan On-Chu in 5th. And it's On-Chu who was the fastest man around last time on lap 2, a 1 minute 38.193. So he pushed perhaps a little bit too hard on the opening lap, Chan On-Chu, but he's got the speed to try and take the fight to the leaders.
Yeah, the fastest times we've seen this weekend down in the 36s in the Supersport class, so still plenty of ground to be able to make it up for these riders. But obviously,
ini On-Chu fastest lap tadi.
Could be that Caricasulo's holding back the pack as well.
Leading group, they've done a good job in this lap to peg back a couple of tenths of a second on the couch, see if it works out for them. Obviously not for the riders at the front of the field. If they're still able to get their knee down, there's still enough grip out there at this stage, but in the next couple of laps that grip is going to go away. Don't be too surprised if we see a few of the riders peel into the pits at the end of this lap.
Reminder along the bottom of your screen, there is a pit intervention time. That is the mandatory minimum time that a rider must spend in the pit lane if they come into the pits, and it's 1 minute.
It's going to be interesting to see if anyone takes the punt initially. As it is right now, you're still in and around the same times that you might be able to do on that intermediate tyre. We did see, though, earlier in the season in the Superbike class, particularly in Aragon, you can make that intermediate tyre work in a very wide operating window. All the race leaders
mulai goyang, mulai licin. Ya. Ya, nampaknya banyak yang bertahan. Ya. Tinggal 14.